In the 17th century, the Dutch were among the most powerful seafaring nations in the world. Their massive merchant ships, called flutes, sailed across the globe, carrying spices, gold, and explorers. But in this age of naval conquest and colonial wealth, a terrifying legend emerged. A ship that would never reach port. A captain who defied God and the storm. A ghost vessel seen for centuries across oceans. A cursed name whispered by sailors from Cape Town to the Arctic Circle. The Flying Dutchman. A ship doomed to sail the seas forever. The most widely known version of the legend takes place in the year 1641. A proud Dutch ship under the command of Captain Hendrik van der Decken was returning to Amsterdam from the East Indies, sailing around the treacherous waters of the Cape of Good Hope at the southern tip of Africa. The weather grew dark. The sea rose like a mountain. The crew begged the captain to turn back, but van der Decken refused. Some say he was mad. Others say he laughed at the wrath of God himself. Even if it takes us until doomsday, he is rumored to have shouted into the wind, "We shall pass this cape." And with that cursed vow, fate was sealed. As the storm crushed his ship and waves washed men overboard, van der Decken's crew saw a blinding light surround the vessel. Then silence. When the mist cleared, the ship was gone. Vanished. But that wasn't the end. The legend says God, or some force of nature, cursed the captain and his ship to sail the oceans for all eternity. Never allowed to dock. Never allowed peace. The Flying Dutchman was now a ghost ship. Its sails ripped but full, its lanterns glowing with eerie light, and its captain still staring into the storm, defiant forever. Sightings of the Flying Dutchman began to be reported by sailors in the late 1600s and 1700s. One of the most chilling accounts came from Prince George of Wales, the future King George V of the United Kingdom, who claimed to have seen the ghost ship during a royal naval voyage in 1881. His ship's log described it like this: greater than a strange red light, as of a phantom ship all aglow. 13 persons altogether saw her, but whether it was the Flying Dutchman or what else it might be, the tale itself is known to all seamen. But this wasn't just a hallucination of one man. Across the centuries, sailors from different parts of the world described the same thing. A large Dutch galleon glowing with a ghostly light. Sails full of wind, but the ship never moved closer. Sometimes, the ship appeared upside down in the sky, a horrifying omen believed to bring death. Some sailors claimed the Dutchman would appear to those who were about to die at sea. Others said if it hailed your ship, and you answered, you would suffer the same fate, forever cursed to sail the ocean, never resting. Many legends evolve from kernels of truth. Could the Flying Dutchman have been a real ship? Historians have speculated that the name, Flying Dutchman, may have originally referred to exceptionally fast Dutch merchant ships in the 17th century. These ships were called flyers due to their speed, and Dutchman was simply due to nationality. It's possible that one of these ships sank in a violent storm near the Cape of Good Hope, and its memory lived on. But what about the ghost stories? Some sailors believed the Flying Dutchman was a hallucination, caused by light refraction or mirages at sea. The scientific phenomenon known as fata morgana can project the image of a ship far beyond the horizon, creating the illusion of a ship floating in the air or sailing in the sky. However, even modern captains, as late as the 20th century, have refused to talk about sightings, believing that to speak of the Flying Dutchman is to invite its curse. The legend of the Flying Dutchman has inspired artists for centuries. In 1843, the German composer Richard Wagner created a famous opera titled Der Fliegende Holländer, depicting a cursed captain searching for redemption through the love of a woman. In literature, poets like Samuel Taylor Coleridge hinted at the legend in their dark nautical verses. And in modern media, the Flying Dutchman appears in everything from Pirates of the Caribbean to SpongeBob SquarePants, each putting a new twist on the eternal ghost ship. In many versions, the captain is portrayed as a tragic figure, cursed not because he was evil, but because of his pride and arrogance, and sometimes given the chance to redeem himself if he can find someone to love him truly and break the curse. But in others, he is a damned soul, pulling others into his eternal voyage of torment. What gives this legend such power? It has no single place or time. It has evolved across 4 centuries, countless sailors, and hundreds of oceans. Some legends die because they are rooted in one event or one culture. But the Flying Dutchman survives because it is timeless. It speaks to every sailor's greatest fear, being lost forever, unseen, unremembered, unable to return home. Even now, when ships are guided by satellite and storms are predicted by computers, there are whispers. Modern sailors still report strange vessels in fog banks, ships that vanish when you look again, eerie lights flickering on the horizon at night. Whether ghost, vision, or storm-born curse, the Flying Dutchman sails on. And perhaps that is the most haunting truth of all: not all legends need to be real to be believed. The Flying Dutchman is more than a ghost ship, it's a symbol of defiance, of punishment, of eternal consequence. It reminds us of the fine line between bravery and arrogance, between commanding nature and respecting it. Would you answer the call if the Dutchman hailed you from the storm? Would you stare into the eyes of a ghost crew, knowing their fate could become yours? Or would you turn your ship away, whisper a prayer, and sail in silence? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy unraveling the eerie, mysterious, and ancient stories from around the world, make sure to subscribe to World Legend Hub and hit the bell icon for more weekly journeys into the unknown.